Okay, I'm David Morris. I'm a photographer, lecturer, designer, bit of a jack of all trades, really. Well, we moved to Cromer about 5 years ago, and I've done a lot of landscape and seascape work. So it's taken a while to find locations here, but I've found two or three places I've gone back to again and again, and it's become something of an obsession. The other thing we're doing on the coast is, obviously Cromer's famous for craft fishing. So a friend of mine wants to produce a book which is the lives of the fishermen from Cromer, and we've been working on that for about 2-3 years now. And I'm interested in doing the portraits close up. I want to get very close in on the faces. It's involved very early morning photography of the boats being launched, and then meeting up with the fishermen and doing some portrait work. Yeah, I've been photographing bars for about 8 or 9 years now, and I think the thing that fascinates me is all life takes place in bars. From the funny to the sad to the banal to the thoughtful. So they're interesting places to do shots. Less so now. I think most bars have been turned over and turned into eating places, which is sad. And I think abroad, they're more respectful of their bars. You can go back to a bar in Milan year after year and nothing's changed. And Amsterdam's the same. We seem to bugger the bars up in England, sadly. Yeah, I didn't. I was in teaching for a long time. I didn't enjoy it at the beginning, and I managed to get voted the worst teacher this group had ever had, ever. So it was extremely uncomfortable feeling, but it did make me rethink the teaching, and sort of probably reinvent myself. So I went back and approached it from a different way, and did a lot of connection with industry, agency. Advertising agencies in London, and they're inspirational places anyway. The people that work in them are just very good teachers, and they tend to teach in advertising terms. That they make a single point in a dramatic way that you remember, which is classic advertising, and makes for good teaching. So I learnt a lot from the London agencies, and one particular guy, Dave Trott, I thought was inspirational guy. So I pinched a lot of teaching from him, really, and then went on and had a wonderful time. Our aim was to make it the best advertising course in the country. It's obsessional stuff, isn't it? You in your mind's eye, you know what you want to get to, but the journey there is just extremely difficult. It's just lots and lots of failure. But I think if you're persistent, you'll succeed in anything in life. All you have to do is make up your mind that I really want to be in this particular place, and nothing can stop you. You'll get there. So it really is a case of putting in the hours, getting up early, doing stuff, going out. Yeah, I suspect we're similar obsessionalist people. Yeah, it's I've got a wonderful life, really. I do lots. Everything I'm doing is projects that really interest me. And the downside of it is there's not enough time to do it all, so you feel frustrated that you're not making progress in all the areas. But it's impossible, you can't really. So I'm quite envious of people who have a more relaxed attitude towards life. So